my shoulder. You got a picture me. You got the picture me. Pacific ice, I'm an ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never look luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Rex on her. Yeah. Big Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth and who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got to picture me.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. First carry for James Conner. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll roll him out right. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And connection number 1 there on the game. Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. They may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony. But Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go now. Show that bench release and go. 8.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now on the return, Brendan Langley. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Tackle made there by Cody Sensabaugh.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Looking for Sanders here. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. A very solid gain of 27. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Roethlisberger now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steelers. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On play action, now Keenum. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Very left, very left. Hey, orange.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Oh, I think a free play here for Keenum. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Very left, very left.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Jam, jam.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he's got some space here. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers are able to strike for 6. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right. Go, doctor.
And they'll go on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, down. Hey, orange.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
22. Hey, orange.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Denver right after this. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 23. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Down. Roger.
Keenum on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On On second down, here's Keenum. Dancing to his left. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike's right.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, orange, orange! Orange, orange! Graham, down! Get on! Mary left, Mary left!
2nd and 10, Keenum here again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 51 yards.
Hey, go Roger!
On 1st down, Keenum.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Play action. It's Keenum. Forced out to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, deserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Keenum now on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Keenum. He's going to let this one go deep, and this is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jake Butt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Switzer now to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out come the Steelers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Switzer now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run with Connor. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. They'll go again with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. And the Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Welcome back now to Denver. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll run it here. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Steps away to his left. And this one is incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 57 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use time?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll go on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll run it on the taunts. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Roger.
Off play action. Keenum. Buying time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws.
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his third.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's taken it around the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So the Broncos coming out now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll go with a ground attack here.
Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying ice up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, you know these checking for me in the DMs, getting for me. I ain't even took the dollar out my pocket and the still shaking for me. And I'm frosted like Tony in the club with the owner. I can walk on water, pop it like. When you on top, go hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Hey, when you on top, go hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. 30, I might go round and 2 stacking up, I love how my money counter move. With attitude, I got a attitude, and I dropped out of school. I'm going up, check my vertical. Man, I'm breaking every rule. TMZ harassing me, I got a camera crew. I'm addicted to shopping, so everything brand new. I'm friends with the jeweler, my diamonds like Shamu. Hey, she like she applying shampoo. Pretty face, she got a look. Keep a few racks on me. I used to work in the factory. Been hating it, never bother me. I make they follow me. Teacher said that I'm a prodigy. When I'm shopping.